Hi, and welcome to UPSC with VAR. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever you're seeing it. Welcome to Class 1. The first topic we are going to see is emergent technologies. In emergent technologies, you're going to see what is artificial intelligence, you'll see what is quantum technology, what is blockchain technology, you'll see robotics, you'll see the 5G, 6G, which you're using right now, the phones, and you'll see what's 3D printing. You'll also see what is Internet of Things. You'll see the industrial revolutions in a glance, actually, this one. And then any news which are related, like there are any new inventions in the fields, all of this will be covered in your emergent technologies. From this emergent technologies, we have something called and from this emergent technologies, you're going to get one or two questions. In this, you'll also see the nanotechnologies. Everything will be covered basically here. So basically, the whole science and tech module will take approximately 15 to 20 days. Maximum by Jan 20, you'll be completed with all the prelims related aspects. And after that, if there is the current affairs, I'll be updating them regularly on YouTube for science and tech basically. Okay. The first one is unmanned aerial vehicles. When you see, you'll understand what is an unmanned aerial vehicle. It is none other than drone. Drone is also called as unmanned aerial vehicle. So, drone is a layman term. Like normally when we talk, we will not talk unmanned aircraft vehicle, we'll talk drone. So, it is an aircraft which is intended with no pilot on board. So, this is basically like an aircraft with no pilot on board. For example, uh, everybody know drones, there's no need to elaborate, but I'll tell you an example. You'll have a remote controlling car when you were a kid, right? The same way, drone also. Drone will be moving on its own without any pilot in it, because you will not sit in that remote control car, no? You'll just use that battery operator where you'll navigate directions. Similarly, and coming to this, we have three types. One is remotely piloted aircraft, like this. Like you'll be sitting somewhere and you'll be operating it using this remote control, and the drone will be going and doing its job. It can be used for surveillance and military operations. And the other one is autonomous aircraft. Like this is a pre-programmed aircraft, pre-programmed drone where you'll be programming. So this can be used for you know continuous operations, like in agriculture and environment. Like agriculture, you need to put pesticides on the farm. For that, this will be used. And the next one is modeled aircraft. Modeled aircraft is something where it can be used for educational purposes, experimental purposes, like that. Of drones. First, we'll see where drones are applied. We have seen three types of drones are there. For the agriculture one, so crop health monitoring, it will monitor the crop health, the soil health, like how the soil is. It will actually click images, everything, and the corresponding management will access the soil. Sometimes it will even go and pick some soil and come back so that we can use for testing. It can be also used in forests where we don't know what's happening. We can go there, we can see what type of soil is there, etc. And then it can be used for pesticides spraying, and also, as I told, forests, it can monitor. Aerial mapping can be done, like mapping can be done by taking pictures, and we can apply water, fertilizers, pesticides, everything. And the next one is forestry. So we can monitor wildlife population and habitats, and we can also see that there are no illegal activities going on, or else no hunting is going on. We'll see if there is a wildlife and human conflict is there. We can manage it through drones actually. And then for urban development. Like we can survey the city, how the traffic is, and we can also see what infrastructure is being there, and are there any crimes being happened at night times. Not only police patrolling will be there night times generally, but in some areas you can also try drone technologies there. And then the project monitoring, in real time you can monitor your projects. And coming to healthcare, you can see if there's a disease outbreak, you can actually send medicines. Like in COVID, where there was where everything was stagnant, you could have sent medicines, see healthcare delivery. And then we can also survey. We have Swachh Bharat, right? We can survey how cleanliness is being maintained, and disease control containing outbreaks. Like, see if there's mosquitoes in an area, a lot of mosquitoes, these drones can go spray some specific medicines there, making cleanliness. And then coming to traffic management, like how the road conditions are there, and if there is an issue, it will immediately alert the police, so that they'll come. The traffic police will come, they'll deviate the directions, they'll make sure the traffic management is done properly. And then traffic feedback is continuously being updated. Like for suppose a minister is going on the road, or else a prime minister is going. We know that everywhere restrictions would be there, but yeah, everywhere restrictions would be there. But CC surveillance can also be there, like, right? That's where drone technology can be used. And then coming to security, like sensitive areas can be monitored through drones actually. And we can also see if there is an illegal drug trafficking going on, or narcotic activities, because in some uh, places where nobody is there maybe these type of things might happen. So clear cut actually surveillance would be there. And then coming to disaster management, while some place there are something happened, and there's a complete cut of going from here to there, then these drones can go and it will tell us what the situation is there. And it will also help victims, that some food can be transferred, or daily essentials, goods, everything can be transferred. Even in mining, where people see, we have seen, no, earlier this year, in tunnel, people were actually stuck when there was a fall of the this thing. When the tunnel collapsed, people stayed inside. So people are working in harsh conditions during mining. So there also this can go if more improvement is there. And then yeah, and then next, what did government do with all of these? We have so many applications and stuff, right? So government in 2021 actually gave drone rules 2021. So the before this drone rules 2021, there's something called unmanned aircraft rules 2021. So these both were actually released in a span of 2 to 3 months. So first this one was released because we have these many applications. Regulation for drones is necessary right now. But why this unmanned aircraft system failed is it was very regressive. It had so many rules, like uh, few in order to get your license, like 25 forms have to be filled, and it was a regressive process. You have huge number of rules, as well as penalties for if you did something wrong. Penalties are there, everything. So it faced serious criticisms. So what happened in 2 months, we have got a drones rule 2021. So why is it? So as I told, we are there are more drone increase in India. So see, even the main part right now we can see is all the, I think, YouTubers and all, they take their videos through drones as well. I know they are costly, but still they take videos for good coverage. So everywhere drones are being used very, what do we say, drones are being used more frequently right now at present generation. So rules are mandatory. So for a safe and efficient integration into Indian airspace, our airspace has flights as well as missiles. Missile testing will be done. Everything like this will be done, right? In that time, you will go and you will fly your drone. Something happens, no? They'll take you to jail. So for that and all, these drones rules will be applicable. As our drone industry is increasing, we also want to apply it to various sectors like agriculture, healthcare, defense. All of them have to be done. And also, not complicating rules too much. We should have ease of business, and we have to create a safer drone ecosystem in India. This is why drone rules actually objective is. And coming to key provisions of drone rules. So these rules will apply for anybody who has ownership of drone, anybody who is operating the drone, who is manufacturing, who's trading, importing and exporting. Everybody, these rules are applicable. These rules are not applicable for military, naval and air force, for defense and security operations. For their personal use, they should also have these rules. But for security operations, generally, these rules are not applicable. And also in these rules, there's a clear cut division of commercial operations and recreational operations. Like for your personal use as well as commercial use, there is a clear cut differentiation. What all areas are we focusing here is drone safety, the registration, the licensing, and also the rules of the airspace regulations, like at what places can you fly drones and what places you cannot fly drones. This and all are there here. Coming to licensing, which drone requires license? So drones weighing more than 2 kgs require a license. And drones which are less than 2 kg and of not commercial use, like right now this YouTubers and all, for them that's not required. And then this also gave the classification of drones. So nano is something there where it is less than 250 grams. I mean, sorry, 250 grams. And micro is somewhere where 250 grams to 2 kg. Small is 2 kg to 25 kg. Medium is 25 kg to 150 kg. Larger is 150 kg. So any drone which is greater than 150 kg, it is classified into large drone. Okay. For this nano and micro, no licensing is required. But after that, licensing is required. And also there's another thing. This drone rules 2021 is applicable to drones till 500 kg. Initially, there was another thing which the unmanned aircraft rules 2021 was there. No, this was only till 300 kg only. But here in this, we have put it till 500 kg. After 500 kg, what will happen? For that, aircraft rules 1937 will apply. From anywhere, like it is 501 kg, 502 kg, anything aircraft rules will apply. And coming to drone registration, whenever you want a licensing requirement, you have drone registration. So there's a website called Digital Sky Platform. This Digital Sky Platform is a government website. Again, there you'll have to generate a unique identification number. Every drone you're using will have unique identification number. So operators must provide the requisite details for proper registration. But there's an exception for research and development and startups. For them, without certificate of airworthiness, you can actually run your drones, or else this UI unique identification number, or else a remote pilot license. Because without all of these, we can actually run these. And the next one, yeah, and these R&D also will only be done in green zones. Now, what are green zones? That we will see afterwards. Okay, after, I think after this slide we'll see what is that. So first of all, we'll see what is this digital sky platform. So this is a website by government for for registering, licensing, everything. This is actually used. See, drone registration, licensing, operations, and the rules, compellence, everything will be available in this website. So this is a centralized one. Only a centralized website which will help your needs with respect to drones. So these also have a few conditions like NPNT, which is like no permission, no takeoff. When you get approval from here only, like even if you want to fly for some basic reasons, you'll get an approval from this website. Only then you can do this. And next is why this website is mainly, I told you, for drone registration, as well as you have to take permissions. And traffic is also maintained. Like there are three zones like green zone, yellow zone, and red zone. We'll see it in the next slides. They'll make sure that traffic, in the sense the drone, how many drones can go through this region, that in green region, yellow region, or red region, will also be there here. So it will also restrict few drones if in case it is necessary, and they'll feel that no, this is not done, this is not properly there, so they can stop your drones anytime. Coming to the zones, as I told, red zone, yellow zone, green zone. In green zones, up to 400 feet, there's no permission required. You don't have to take any permission. You can just happily fly your drones. Coming to yellow zone, you'll have little restrictions and you will have to take permissions to fly. Coming to red zone, you will not have any permissions. Only permissions can be for military or government, if there's a proper necessity that you need to fly your drone there, then the central government will give you permission, then only you can do. But here also, suppose this is green zone, the state government or the union territory or the law enforcement agencies, they can actually declare a temporary red zone. They can say that okay, this area is a temporary red zone and nobody can fly it. Then that is also okay, but they can only do it for 48 hours straight. After 48 hours, if they want to continue the red zone, they will again have to declare that okay, we want it to be put as red zone again. And next, coming to what other than this are there, this one we have already read, like for more than 500 kgs, aircraft rules 1937 will apply. And if you want to import zones, which is great, the Director General of Foreign Trade will regulate your things. And coming to security clearances, if you want to register your drone, there's no need of security clearances. Like after registration, you'll have security clearances, because what if somebody put a little small bomb in it and go, we cannot do anything, no. So initially it was like, first of all they used to check the security clearances and then registration, but now it is simplified. Okay. And coming to fee structure, this also has been reduced. And coming to drone corridors, what are drone corridors? So the ministry will also facilitate the drone corridors for cargo delivery. So they'll make sure there's a proper corridor, so that we will promote business friendly regime. And next, so this drones rules 2021 is over. We will see what is drones and why are we concerned about it. Drones can go here and there, then what is the issue, that we will see. Like in target, in specific, suppose there's a fighting going on somewhere, or else two gangs are actually war. There's a small war. Okay, now you take this Russia-Ukraine war only. We have seen many uh, drone bombs dropping in the areas. So even in few years in the Punjab, before few years in Punjab border also, there were weapons and drugs being dropped by drones. And then low altitude and so slow speed. So some military drones. So here you will have a radar, and it will actually detect. So this is your land, this is a radar. So this will actually detect any flying objects coming into your territory. But drones will come like this, very small. What we will do? We cannot do anything. So that time we cannot detect them, and it will be harmful for us. What if it is a bomb and it will come till here and we will not notice? Yeah, but after coming nearby we will notice it. But what we will do, it is already come near, no, we cannot do anything. So it will be a devastating effect if in case there's a bomb or something like that. And accessibility of technology, nowadays technology is being accessible for everybody. And even for say terrorist groups have more technologies than correct we people. See, accessible to terrorist groups, criminal organization, as it is becoming cheaper and more compact compared to traditional weapons. So traditional weapons you'll have it like big. So compare S400 as like you'll have huge trucks for it. But coming to drones, it is like a very smaller one, but also very effective bombing equipment. Next, yeah, remote operation advantage. What is this remote operation advantage? So a person, this the first one, which will control with the remote control, no. So the person will sit here and he'll control the drone. Then we can detect who is controlling it. But what if it is a automatic drone? It will come and it will put bomb. We will also not know who is that person. So the criminal identity is being buried here. We don't know who is putting the bombs. So remote operation advantage is also there. So all of these are our concerns right now, like how India is tackling it. So India has developed, the DRDO has developed an anti-drone system. What is an anti-drone system? So in order that drone has to fly, it should have some uh, connection, no, the battery connections or whatever connections it is, the radio jammers are there, so the signals will be disrupted. And GPS spoofing. So the pre-trained drones will have a specific location to reach. If we spoof means we will alter the location, then it will go somewhere. And then net guns, that is a gun we can fire a net so that we will catch the drone in the mid-air. And then high energy lasers, we will be striking lasers on it so that the internal engines would be destroyed. And coming to Indian Air Force initiatives, so they are preparing the counter unmanned aircraft system, same the anti-drone systems, which have lasers to neutralize the drones. The engines with the lasers, the engines of the drones can be uh, off. Next, in order to strengthen our national security, it is a time for DRDO, our armed forces, and private industries to come together and produce these anti drone technologies. Why? Because we need indigenous solutions. Why always depend on somebody else? We should prepare our indigenous solutions. I think, yeah, this is about drones. Why did we study about drones? See, there has been previously a question on application of drones. Very good. And with the ongoing Russia Ukraine wars or else Iran Iraq, we have seen the drones being used as weapons. So knowing about drone technology is essential for you, so that if in case in future any question comes, you'll have to apply your brain and answer the question. And the next one is interesting topic, which is additive manufacturing. uh, Does anybody remember this pencil? This is called Shakalaka Boom Boom pencil. I don't know how many of you know, but when I was a kid, this pencil used to be there. In the sense, there was a cartoon where this pencil used to be there. So with this pencil, if you draw a flower, no, the flower would actually come into reality. If you draw anything with this, everything would come into reality. uh, we, I mean, when we were kids, we were so obsessed with it. I also bought it. I also tried drawing many things, but nothing came out actually, which is very sad. But yeah, I think this technology where you'll draw something and it will come into real life is nothing but additive manufacturing. Why are we reading it today? So, a startup in India actually created a first 3D model of a rocket engine. We will not study about this rocket engine right now. We will just study what is this additive manufacturing. This particular topic we will study when we will be studying defense. Okay, here you'll only learn technologies. See, this is called additive manufacturing. Yeah. So before going to what is 3D printing and 4D printing, I'll tell you this additive manufacturing can also be called 3D printing. What is 3D printing? 3D printing is nothing but there will be a machine, and in that machine you will give a model. Like I want a small model, like I want a cup, and you'll also give the specific design, what design you want, everything. And then with this 3D printing, the cup will come in reality. See, this is a machine and your cup is coming into reality where you can use it. So this is called additive manufacturing. You're adding components in order to manufacture a product. Okay. So this again varies like 3D and 4D. Coming to 3D printing. What is a 3D printing? So it will have length, breadth, width. Like length, breadth and width. All three dimensions will be there. And length, breadth and height. All three dimensions will be there. And it relies on static materials. That once you do it, there cannot be any changes done to the model. Okay. So where can it be used? It can be used for prototyping, manufacturing parts, everything. 4D printing we will see later. First we'll understand 3D printing. We'll see what is the process of 3D printing first of all. So you will have a 3D CAD model. Okay. CAD is a software where you will put a 3D model design. For that also little, the functionality of the CAD you will have to understand, and then you will prepare a model. Once the model is prepared, it is put as .stl file. What happens in this STL file? In this STL file, we will give basic descriptions like I want a bowl. Already the prototype is here. The bowl is already, you are given a prototype. Now in this STL file, we will tell how many layers of material has to be put, what type of color you want, what type of material you want. Is it steel? Is it ceramic? Everything will be put in this STL file. After this STL file, you will put it in the slicing software. What happens here is, now internally it will process all of this, and it will make sure all the, now you want ceramic. It will see is it ceramic present, and it will see is the color present, are all the layers correctly initiated, they'll see. And then it will go to layer slicing and toolpath. There it will start printing. layer by layer, layer by layer, and finally your bowl will be created. And in this 3D printing, you will get your there will be a printer. I'll show you in the next slides. There will be a printer. There you will get your bowl. You can just take this 3D bowl and you can use it. This is what additive manufacturing. So the shakalaka boom boom pencil, just you draw, you'll get, but originally you will have this much process. You don't have to remember all of this, but remember additive manufacturing is something where you'll have a model, reference model, and finally you'll get the output. And additive manufacturing, you have 3 types based on the materials you use actually. So see, like this. So this is the printer inside, and it will start preparing layer by layer. Now you want a cup. Maybe my cup is like this, but yeah. So what happens? First one is powder deposition. What is powder deposition? So the material, as I told, the material here we use is thin layers of powder. See, we'll put thin layers of powder, like it can be a metal powder or a ceramic powder or anything. The powder will be put and it will be added layer by layer, layer by layer. So what happens is, with respect to the powder, there will be heat produced, or else some binding agents will be produced, which makes sure that it is solidified at specific locations. Or else, powder means it will break, no, in shape. So that we want some binding agents to keep that powder into a cup. So this process is repeated till it is fully built. So these methods can be used for spare parts in aerospace and medical devices, etc. We'll see the applications later, but understand, in powder deposition, the material you'll use is powder. Okay, and the next one is resin curing. So what happens here is, resins are put. It is also same. See, this is one layer, this is second layer, this is third layer. All of them will be put, and all of them will be solidified one at a time, building the objects. So to solidify this, you can use lasers or anything. So see, I think these are this can be dental implants actually, can be. And then see, applications are also dental models, jewelry. I'll tell you one thing, where can it be used mostly? Okay, we'll see it later. The third one is filament fusing. So it will take the filaments, it will cut it into small pieces, and it will manufacture whatever you want. So it will melt plastic filaments and deposit it layer by layer again. Applications are anywhere it can be applicable, but this is most affordable. Why? Because these filaments can be available anywhere, so it would be less cost, and this is moderatively costly. And coming to additive manufacturing, it is highly costly, because if you want plastic, now first of all you should make sure the plastic is in powder form, which is an extensive process. So this is highly costly. And what is the traditional way of manufacturing and what is additive way of manufacturing? Okay, so now this image you see, this is a tree trunk. So there what so now I want a nice sculpture of Buddha. Okay, for suppose now I need a nice sculpture of Buddha. What will happen? Now I will cut all of this and I'll make sure I'll get a nice form of Buddha. I will not draw, you will be afraid again. So imagine now a Buddha sculpture is formed. Now what about the waste material? The remaining wood, everything will be wasted only, no? So that is the traditional process. Like, material is removed, cut, it can be cut, it could be drilled, it could be machined, anything. So high material wastage will be there. and longer production time, because this production time would take longer. But what happens in additive manufacturing or 3D manufacturing is you have Buddha file in the CAD model, as we saw earlier. In the CAD, we have the STL file of Buddha. We know what image it is. We know how what materials we want to put in. So layer by layer, it will add accordingly. So there will be no wastage. See, minimal wastage. So complex designs can also be done here very easily. So on-demand manufacturing can be happened here. And next, coming to applications. So in automotive industry, we have spare parts, lightweight components. Like see, Tesla and Ford are actually using 3D printing for their rapid prototype and tooling. And lightweight parts, if they manufacture, no, fuel will also be consumed less. And coming to consumer products like jewelry, phone cases, eyewear, electronics, everything. And for an example, Adidas actually creates custom fit shoes and accessories. And coming to medical, 3D printed implants and medical models. Tissues and organs are also being printed, but they are still in developmental stage. So even organs can be printed. Then coming to business, you have you can create some prototypes, and for aerospace you can create parts which are lightweight so that fuel efficiency is there, and vehicle parts, equipment, weapons, all of them can be manufactured here. Even in academics also, you can build prototypes and explain students, our education is being improved in a very fast manner. We can use these products there, and we can actually bring the real time into our classrooms with these products. And then fashion, I told, no, I'll tell something. So there's a saying, no, for when a woman goes to shopping, they will see all of it and they'll say, I need this saree in that color, in that design. Yeah. So I think this problem can little bit be solved with this 3D printing dresses also. And 3D printed chocolates can be there. 3D printed musical instruments can also be there. And yeah, these are the major applications. And coming to global trends in 3D printing. So US is the first global leader, followed by Europe. And coming to Asia Pacific, China is number one, Japan is number two. And our India's share is 2 to 3% right now. What are our challenges? Why is it only 2 to 3%? That is, the printers will cost you a ton. See, expensive printers. We don't have a proper ecosystem. Like, nobody is actually more interested here because you should put more cost initially, no? And we do not know how many people will actually buy things from us. So, additive manufacturing ecosystem is not there. And proper manpower who knows creating STL files and proper layering and slicing tools, everything, that manpower is not there. And legal issues. What if you see a prototype where a big designer has done something and now you did it with your additive manufacturing? Then it is, we are taking their copyrights, no, their legal issues will be there. And only a limited materials like ceramics, iron, steel, only few are there. And then we cannot produce too many large objects, okay? And design limitations are also there. Sometimes some geometric designs, even we put it in the STL file, the output might not be the same. I put a ball, I got a rectangle. What is the use? Next, so what India did is it brought national strategy for additive manufacturing. We have only 2 to 3% right now, our basic share. So what did it do? So in 2022, Ministry of Information, Electronics and Information Technology actually bought this national strategy. So what we want us to be a global leader in printing and related technologies in 3D printing. Key objectives: we want to increase our global share by 5% till 2025. and we want 50 Indian specific technologies to be developed, and 100 new startups should be done. I think till now 7 to 10 startups are already there, and 500 new products has to be introduced into the additive manufacturing sector, and 1 lakh jobs has to be created. Potential workforce has to be created where they are skilled, so proper training has to be created for them. And then domestic manufacturing, we see, in villages they'll manufacture few traditional items that can also be there, we can encourage them. So see, we have many imports like for luxurious goods, or else some some flower washes or some specific things, we have more imports. We can spare parts, I forgot, how can I forget them? Spare parts, we import many of the spare parts. All of these dependencies should be reduced, and we should also attract the global markets and make sure that they establish their firms here, manufacturing bases in India, as well as we have to make sure that they also teach our Indians, so that we will be, our workforce will be skilled. And next, we should also strengthen our global collaborations. We should collaborate with them, we should put research centers and all. We should also put a central hub and in AM technologies. And we should also develop our curriculum, like in bachelor's we should put this 3D additive manufacturing as a subject. See, additive manufacturing specific course, like that. Yeah. And I think I forgot this point. Additive manufacturing center should also be put according to this strategy. And I think in, yeah, it's in Telangana. The additive manufacturing is all is already put there. And then coming to what is, yeah, national center. So national center on AM should be put, and this is put in Telangana right now. And coming to the last, 4D printing. So what is a 4D printing? Initially I told 3D means length, it has 3 dimensions: length, height, width, 3 dimensions. What is 4D? 3D plus most probably time. So I'll tell you an example. A car which is in steady motion is called a 3D. A car, when it's moving with respect to time, so it is changing its form with respect to time, then it is called a 4D object. See, objects that can transform over time with external stimuli. So you'll give your engine a push so that your car goes forward. That is what 4D printing is all about. Yeah, so it's an advanced form of 3D printing. It changes its shapes, behavior, or properties. I'll give you a very simple example for you to understand. You all, I think you all have seen this water bubbles, right? Where initially they will be very small. When you put water, it will become like big bubbles. I think many of you might have seen them. So this material is actually called hydrogel. So with respect to moisture or temperature, it will change its form. So if you print something using materials like this, so example I'll give you in medical field. Stunt. So the stunt will, initially they used to put it directly with a big operation, everything. But right now what happens is These can be made using additive manufacturing, and when they go inside, initially outside it is very dry and all, but once it goes into your body, with respect to the temperature and moisture, it will change its form accordingly, and it will make sure it is being properly made. So it's nothing but you will use these materials like thermoresponsive, photoresponsive, magnetoresponsive, or hydrogels, where they are capable of changing their shapes, behavior, or properties over time. So they will respond to the external stimuli and they'll change. So, okay, I'll tell you this mug only. So now with hydrogels, I prepared a small mug, or else a small, okay, I prepared a ball. Okay, it is this small. I put it in my bag. I went to a tour. Now I place it under water. Now it will become a big bubble. So what happens is I can play with it, we can enjoy everything. Now once my work is done, again I'll remove it from water. It will become this small. Over. Efficiency. Simple. So something nice for you to listen is, as today is our first class, I am limiting the class to only 2 topics, because I don't want you to get afraid on the very first day that, oh, what is this? What is this? Okay, so we'll do some 2 questions and I'll tell you what has to be done from tomorrow. So first of all, we'll see, I think this is a question. This is a UPSC previous year question only. You pause your video here, you solve this question and put your answers in the comments below. Okay, for now. And I will also solve with you guys for today. So let's see what is the question. At the present level of technology, which of the above activities can be successfully carried out by drones? Okay, we read about drones. Now we'll see. Spraying pesticides on a crop field. Yeah, we can do it. Inspecting the craters of active volcanoes. Can we go and so this one I did not teach. This is where UPSC questions are like. So everything you read does not come there. So now you will have to use your brain. So just think, okay, there's a volcano, there are craters. Can a drone go there and see what's there? Yes, it can see. Um Collecting breath samples from spouting whales for DNA analysis. Okay. You don't know what's spouting whale. Okay. So now you put this word aside. I'll tell you later what is spouting, but for now you put this word aside. Think collecting breath samples from whales for DNA analysis. So when they are breathing, you can imagine, you can put your brain into imagination and think, okay, can drone go till there, and actually can we sense its breath? That is what this there, no? Can we sense the breath? Yeah, if it in sometimes that whale will eat your drone, that time we cannot do anything, but we can go and sense it, no? Yeah. Now you put tick for this also. Finally, your answer is 1, 2, 3. I'll tell you one more thing. In UPSC, when it's coming to application based, if 2 or 3 are given or 4, mostly options, all of them are correct. Yeah, and what is spouting? Spouting is nothing but the whales will come out of water for taking breath. That is what is called spouting whales. So this is how you should train your brain, so that in the final exam, when you see a question, you will try to apply your brain. In the next question, with reference to 3D printing, consider the following statements. Okay. 3D printing has applications in manufacturing, healthcare, and aerospace. Right. Hey, pause the video and first analyze it by yourself, and then again we'll do it. Next, 3D printing is possibly metals, plastics, and ceramics. Yes. 3D printing enables the production of complex geometrics that are otherwise difficult to achieve. Think, like, can we construct very complex geometric things? Yes. Again, your option is 1, 2, 3. So, people who got all the 2 questions correct, you get a dairy milk from me. And then, who did not get it correct, it's okay. In the next classes, you can get a dairy milk. Okay, only the picture, okay? And from tomorrow, the classes will be for mostly 2.5 hours to 3 hours because we have a target of completing it by 20th Jan. So if you are till here, you want to have any, thank you. If you have any comments, please comment down below. Subscribe to my channel so that you'll be updated with the next classes from tomorrow. And today we do not have any PDF for anything. From tomorrow, when your sessions are getting bigger, you will get your notes, which is only prelim specific, so that you can revise from there. You can take a printout and you can revise from there. So yeah, thank you.